guys, my name's Hope, and today we will be learning about caffeine addiction. So, show of hands, how many of you love to drink caffeine on a daily basis? Awesome. If you said yes, let me ask you this too. If you do not consume any type of caffeine, how many of you feel like you have a strong craving for it or symptom withdrawals as well? Good. If you answered yes to these, you might have to consider that you are caffeine addicted, but no shame in your game because I know firsthand of what it's like to be caffeine addicted, hence my coffee that I have with me today. Consuming coffee or any type of caffeine can have a positive and a negative outcome, and so that is today what we will be learning about the cause of caffeine addiction, the withdrawals, the symptom withdrawals that we have, and what it is doing to our body. We will begin with the neurologic reason for caffeine addiction. Caffeine is a form of drug that is used, is a form of drug that gives our brain alertness. So that's why people use it as an excuse or a reason to drink coffee every day, so they feel more energized on a daily basis and can get through the day. Caffeine drinking on a regular basis can block the brain cell receptor, but it's good because our brain natural stimulant works better when the receptors are blocked, and they're blocked for only a few hours, and that's why people keep drinking more and more, because they're more energized within those few hours they're limited to, so they have to keep drinking in order to feel more energized and get through their day. When drinking too much caffeine, it can increase your stomach acid, but we need our stomach acid in order to break down what we consume every day. Also, it can increase your gastric acid as well, which can be discomforting, and both of those lead to discomfort and heartburn, which I doubt anybody would want to have. It's not fun at all. Now, since we are aware of what the cause of caffeine addiction is and what it's doing to people, we can learn about what it's doing to the body as well. It's not only affecting the brain, but it's also affecting our body, and not is it only a negative thing, it also has some positive things which we will talk about. People use caffeine to treat migraines as well as drowsiness, so that when they get tired so they can be more productive through their day. Research also has proven that caffeine can reduce 45% chance of the likelihood of committing suicide. Also, the low risk of Alzheimer's as well with dementia. Consuming caffeine is not just a positive thing, it has mainly a negative effect to our body. Since we are now aware of how people get addicted to caffeine as well as what it's doing to our body, now we will have a better understanding of what the symptoms are for withdrawals. When people try to stop drinking caffeine, they begin to have different effects to their body, and they have side effects that are bad for them. When people stop drinking caffeine, when people use caffeine to treat migraines, which is ironic because they use it to treat migraines, but when they try to stop, they get more headaches, so that's why they return back to drinking it, so they can treat their headaches. According to WebMD, the more people drink caffeine, the brain vessels start to narrow, and when they stop, the brain begins to expand. But withdrawals can have bad side effects. Studies showed over 50,000 women who drink caffeine on a daily basis have a 20% low risk of depression, according to the Healthline. The body is used to being energized due to drinking caffeine, so once they try to stop, that energy is being reduced, and so which is not fun for anybody. It is difficult for people to try to stop drinking caffeine that they are accustomed to, because they become more irritable every day, and then that changes to their behavior and their mood as well. Since now we are informed on the cause of caffeine, what it does to the human body, and the side effects going through with the withdrawals, we have learned that caffeine can affect our brain, as well as our brain to give alertness, as well as the positive and negative effect to the body and the brain, and what people will go through once they try to stop drinking caffeine every day. So in conclusion, that after hearing all of this facts about caffeine, who here feels like now they know, they are convinced for sure that they have caffeine addiction? Awesome. So now you can answer that question for yourself.